Alright, well, there's been a couple changes since episode 1 and episode 2. The first major one is that mobs can now dig through blocks correctly. So, when I first logged in, this happened because the mobs decided, hey, there's this mine shaft leading up into your base that we can't get into otherwise. And they dug this massive hole through here and blew the crap out of here because creepers kept spawning and I kept dying horribly. So, I've decided that we need to move to a new location. This was the goal anyway. So, in order to do that, we're going to need a fair amount of ability to move stuff. The easiest way to do that currently is with bone meal and flax, I believe it is. So where's my flax? Well, I guess we're just going to do this like this. We're going to grab some stone. We're going to make some stone bricks. We're going to make ourselves a quick cube up on the top of this hill. While I'm collecting all those various materials that I need to start the base up on top of this plateau, enjoy this montage of me getting absolutely destroyed over and over by the hordes and the new ability for mobs to actually dig through the blocks that they're supposed to be able to do initially. Alright, well with that horde dealt with, it's time for us to head to the top of the plateau to start building our new base. Initially it'll be small and kind of just a little repeat of what we have right now, with the cube base underneath the ground that we've stumbled across. It will expand into larger things once we have some sort of factory, create automation stuff set up so we actually have some resources, and more importantly, automated defenses so we can actually expand out and defend our territory. No sooner did I put the roof on this new building that a blood moon happened, and this is kind of what happens on a blood moon. The base just gets absolutely swarmed, I'm trapped inside, I can attack through the windows, creepers will blow up, the blocks don't get blown up due to the protections put in place by the claimed chunks through the FTB chunks mod, which is very handy, otherwise I wouldn't have a base anymore after this first night. So yeah. Like I said at the beginning of this series, mobs will be a constant problem until I can get some sort of automated defenses. Judging by the amount of mobs, I'm going to need a lot of defenses to even partially deal with them. Now that I have a defensible base location, it's time to start exploring the areas around me, find some materials that I'm missing, notably leather, so I can make a backpack, which will greatly increase my ability to both transport items and build bases easier and faster, because I don't have to keep running back and forth to chests. The highlight of this, in my opinion, besides the really cool physics mod, which you don't really see very well right there, but I'm bounding through the waves on the boat and constantly bouncing. Physics mod is great. Is the couple of river systems that connect to the area near my base. There's the one that I came through initially, and then there's one slightly to the north of it that connects to a little inlet river system that we'll be seeing momentarily. Oh, don't mind me, just collecting kelp because I somehow almost forgot that. As we come up to this structure right here, it appears to be an abandoned mine shaft from the Integrated Structures and Villages mod. I can't wait to go exploring that. Well, I'm back from that short exploration, and I got enough leather to make a couple of backpacks. The backpack recipes are changed slightly. In order to make them, you need a sack, and then 4 leather, and then 2 leather strips, instead of it being a chest, and I don't remember what those were. But we'll make a couple of backpacks because they're better than these sacks. And then I think we can upgrade them, you know, with just a bunch of iron. Got some iron there. Hook up some more iron over here. See what the Wandering Merchant has. Oh, it's the winemaker. You won't have anything good. Apple tree sapling. Okay, I actually do want a couple of those. Alright, we want the dark cherry sapling, and we want the apple sapling. Thank you for your patronage. Anyway, iron. Got enough for that. So we can make one backpack. Then we can make an iron backpack. We can make one gold and one diamond. One gold, one diamond. Throw that on our back. We'll have that. That'll just be backup. There. Regardless, that is what I wanted to accomplish for that. I'm now going to collect a bunch of materials to get a second building ready. This one's going to be a bit larger, so it's going to be a lot more mining for me while I get that, so we can start getting a create workshop started. Alright, I'm back. Still in the mines, but one thing that I've found is a large gold deposit. So I'm going to have a fair amount of gold. Unfortunately, the mining expedition did not go as planned. I had the unfortunate happenstance of losing my stuff and then repeatedly having issues getting it back, plus 10 own count. All right, well, I have done a fair amount of work as clean, and I'm just going to be shot occasionally by the skeleton out there. I have hostile mob sounds off. That's getting really annoying. Go away. Anyway, what I need to do is just block off those blocks right there. That way they won't be able to shoot me as well. Anyway, we need to make some andesite alloys so we can get into the create mod. I have made the little workshop tower thing. So, in order to make andesite alloy, you need 4 iron sheets and 4 iron nuggets plus 1 andesite. This is a custom recipe. It will make sense later why it's so expensive. So let's get ourselves some iron sheets. One full durability hammer will make 64 plates. And then we go over here to our quests, grab that, and then we make the andesite alloy itself. And we come over here and see that we gained a random reward. This is the most important one. We'll see what we get. Got a bunch of gold ore. Not super great since we have a bunch of gold already. Speaking of which, here's my mining backpack with a bunch of other random stuff in it. This is what I all gained on my mining trip. This tough fabric, I made a bunch of hemp plants and then used most of my bones. These are the only bones I have remaining to get a bunch of hemp so I can make a bunch of tough fabric so I can make a bunch of sails. But we now have the create mod made. We need to make shafts, and then we will gain some more andesite alloy. Basin. We're gonna make the basin next. We are going to make a couple 4, 5, 6. Make 6 andesite casings. And we will make 1 mechanical press. A reason why I want to make a mechanical press is the base recipe for andesite alloy is really expensive. There are alternate recipes that I've added that it's still more expensive than base create, but I figure iron is essentially a non-requirement for this, for alloy, because you can make an iron farm very easily in create. So the base one that you can get with just no heating gives you 2 with a 50% chance of 2 additional alloy. So you're averaging about 3 alloy per craft. The next one up is when you're heated, it still takes the same amount of materials. This time you get 4 with an additional 50% chance of 2 different types of alloy. So averaging 5 per craft. And then the last one is superheated, which gets you 8 with, again, the 2 50% chances for an additional one, so averaging 9 per craft. So, still a little bit more expensive, but I think it is cool because it adds a little bit of progression to it. We've got that. Now we need to make the windmill. I'm very surprised I don't have... There they are. Oh, these are the other backpacks that I found. This one I found. This one I found. This one is the one that I crafted. This is what I gained from that apotheosis tower. These are just a bunch of random items that I've collected over the course of killing mobs. And this is from the exploration additional mobs, towers, other things that I've gone into. Just miscellaneous junk. Any hoser. Windmill bearing. We need one of those. And we need sails. We need a bunch of sticks. We'll just do that for the time being. 8 is the minimum required. I want to get some... I believe this is the depot, yes. There's the depot. And we might as well make a crank as well. Crank. We'll make the cog crank as well. So 1 wood, which I just crafted away all of my wood. So we'll grab some more acacia logs. We will make a crank, and then we will make it a cog crank. Well, that's unfortunate. It didn't count the crank. Because I didn't put it in my inventory for long enough. So I guess we have both now. That'll give us a bacon and eggs breakfast. That will be good enough for now. Now let's deal with these mobs outside. It'll probably be easier to let the creepers explode. Uh-oh, that's not good. Well, I'll just have to punch these zombies to death. Ooh, I got a stone hammer. Unfortunate. If it was a metal one, that would be pretty nice. Oh, goodness. There's still so many mobs out here. Let me back in. Just gonna sit next to the campfire, regen a little bit while we use magic to take these things out. Alright, I'm back. It's been one full day. I have made a bit more andesite alloy and a couple more shafts. We'll make 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We'll make another 4 of those. And we will convert them to the larger water wheel. So that gets us that quest done, which we don't care about. I care about this. Get some more windmill stuff. Actually, let's convert the wool to more sails. So, next step is we need to build the windmill. So let's just convert it to day real quick so we can actually go outside and do things. down shaft like so. Actually, no, if we get some gears. Get 4 big gears. Put a big gear right there. Then a gear like that. We'll just do a couple of shafts to get it so that it's overhanging there. There we go. And we will put sail like so. That there. That there. There we go, that will work, I guess. Let's assemble that. Huzzah, we got a mild breeze. Bring rotation down. I did it right next to the ladder, which is unfortunate. Ladder there, and then drop the ladder down. There we go. Well, that was a short-lived merchant. We can just move this setup right here. Wait, big to small. Big. Small. That there. That there. We'll just change out that machine as needed for the time being. We'll just do some of that right now. We need to press it first. Oh boy, that's pretty slow. Alright, well, I have been busy. I have finished this little workshop as much as I can. Ignore the lance that's sticking through the wall. There's a bunch of zombies outside. Going into pre-cam, just so I can show you everything. I've expanded the windmill. It now looks more like a big old drill than it does anything else. But it does produce the 8,192 stress that it is capable of, so it has at least 128 sales. I know it has a few more than that. Not super worried about that. Finished off the roof. In here I have a gearbox sending off the slow speed off to the right and then going down. I then have a bunch of cogs and half shaft cogs, increasing the speed in this small section right there up to max. Then we go down to the basement. I'll jump out of pre-cam for this. It splits off into two directions. One side has a millstone for miscellaneous milling and a mixer for miscellaneous mixing. I've got 6 encased fans blowing 2 for water, 2 for lava, 1 for smoking, 1 for haunting. I've got a couple of mechanical presses, 1 for almost exclusively andesite alloy. I've got a little blaze burner underneath there, and then the other one is just depot for random pressing. And I've got a small cobble generator going on right now with a single wooden drill. Lava source there, water source there. And you can kind of see that the water just falls down there. This backpack has an upgrade for magnets, so it will pick up only cobblestone, drop it into the millstone, and then go into here. It's been going for a while. I do have a void upgrade in here, so when it does fill up, it will void out the extra. Now you may be wondering, how did I get blaze burner right over here? Well, one of the things that I've added to this pack is the wandering merchant. I got him unlocked. Cost 72 gold, 8 blocks of gold, 72 gold, to unlock this section. And in this section, it allows you to purchase blaze burners and brass for gold, 8 gold and 4 gold for 8 ingots respectively. Also some iron, copper, and all that jazz. The prices are reasonably set. They are probably not super fair. They might be a little bit unbalanced if you get a large gold node like I did. Otherwise it seems pretty decent because gold is relatively hard to get. So I got a couple of those things, which allowed me to do that. So yeah, this little workshop is pretty much complete. I have a toolbox with some stuff right here. Oops, I didn't grab that. And I've just had that placed down right there so that I can get access to everything. So yeah, that is my little workshop. I think the next step that I'm going to do is head off and try to find an ocean monument so I can get some guardian beams. Because, actually, I could just go through the defense line right here, but I don't have as much gold as I had because I've spent a bunch of it on various things like brass ingots and what. So yeah, I think I'm going to go try to find a guardian temple and get some lucky guardian beams. I don't know how that's going to go. It's probably going to go terribly. Well, that's it for this episode. In the next episode, my goal is to aim for automated defenses through the Guardian Beam Defense mod. I could have just done lava buckets around the place, but I don't like how it looks, and it'd burn my building to the ground, so we're not doing that. Anyway, take care.